Good morning and welcome to another video. I just took you through my basic morning routine, not including making breakfast just because I'm not quite ready for breakfast yet. So while I have my coffee, I wanted to do a little book update for the year so far. I love when a coffee hits. So we are nearing the end of January already. And yeah, I just wanted to take you through the books I've read so far. So far I've read 4 and I'm on my 5th, and I am hoping to finish the 5th this weekend. And the 5th, the one I'm reading currently, is Onyx Storm on my Kindle. And this is part of the Empyrean Fourth Wing Iron Flame. This is the 3rd book. I did not reread the other 2 before reading this, and I think I am regretting it, but I honestly just can't be bothered to go read one of them, let alone both. So I'm powering through and I'm looking things up as I go if I'm lost or confused, because it's been a while since I've obviously read that. So I am nearly done with the Zodiac Academy series, which has been basically a year-long journey, it feels like. And these books at the end are hefty. They're like 1,200 pages, so it's kind of a lot to get through. But I finished 7 and 8 of those. I would definitely recommend if you like fantasy books, but more I don't think they're considered young adult, but they're kind of if you liked Throne of Glass, I think that you'll like the pace of them. The only thing I'll have to say is that there are some cheesy bits, and the spiciness, there's a lot, quite frequently, which is fine, and a lot of people like that, but the frequency of it is almost too much sometimes. But honestly, when I get to those parts, sometimes if I had too much, I will just like read super fast through it, and like I don't need the details because I've read about these two people or whatever. Those have been good. So I finished 8 recently, and there was just like it was a lot going on, but in a good way. And so now I have the last book, and I think that one is also like 1,200 pages. I will probably read that last book once I finish Onyx Storm, which maybe I'll finish this weekend. I don't know. I also read Babel. Babel was on my list for a while. I was hesitant because I wasn't sure I'd like it, because I had read a different, like, I think it's in the genre of like dark academia. I had read a different book that was, actually I read 2 that were in that dark academia category, and I didn't love it because it's not super fast paced. It's a little bit slower, and it's not necessarily interesting to me, but I actually liked Babel. It was slower, and it did take me a little bit. I would say the first half, maybe a little over a third of the book, is quite slow. You know, you need to get to know people. But the last half I actually thought was quite good and interesting, and like wasn't really sure what was going to happen. And the underlying themes of it are also important. I think it talks about like colonialism, and I honestly, it seems like a book that could be part of like an AP lit class or something in high school. Like I could see having read that when I was in high school in an AP lit class or something. So I did enjoy it. I think I gave it like 4 stars or something. It was different, but I didn't dislike it like I thought I would. So, but the most exciting book that I read and picked up recently is my man, Stanley Tucci. And I just love him. I love watching his TikToks. I love his films. And I haven't read his first book, actually, which is Taste. So that will be next on my list. I think that's a little bit more biographical in a way. This was kind of like, it was a diary. So it's what I ate in 1 year and related thoughts. So most days, like he didn't get every single day, but most days he would explain if he went to a restaurant or if he cooked and what he cooked for himself. There's a few recipes in here as well. And he also just talks about, you know, his life, things that are on his mind, things about movie production. Like he's in the beginning of this, he's filming Conclave, which is a fantastic movie, by the way. He is talking about getting plans together for the second rendition of his Searching for Italy, but it's going to be called something else. His family life, and honestly, this is just like my type of book. I really like books from like a diary perspective, day by day. I also read Andy Cohen's last year, and it was similar, and I really liked it. But I really like the combination of food, and so I actually tabbed. I'm not usually a tabber, but for this book it made sense for me. So I color coded based on like country of restaurants that he went to. So will I go to any of them? I hope so. The 2 top ones on my list that he mentions in here that I would really like to go to are the River Cafe in London and Riva, which is also in London. So that seems plausible, I think. But I really, really, really enjoyed this, and I am trying to sprinkle in some more nonfiction books into the mix this year. So this is one down for the month of January, and I think I'd like to read Taste, also by him, maybe next month. So anyway, that was kind of a long chat, so sorry if you're not into books, but those are just some of my current reads and thoughts about them. And I'm just gonna enjoy my coffee for now, and then I'm gonna go do some work, and then I'm gonna take you along for a workout with me later today. We've got a leg day in store. So I am just getting ready to go to the gym, and I thought I would just point out what I use, my gym essentials, if you will. And the first being that I'm just getting my water bottle ready. So let me show you some of my like supplements or my non-negotiables for working out. I drink this every day, but I put it in my water bottle for the gym specifically, and then the days I don't go to the gym I just drink it in like a glass. But first we have, this isn't really like a fitness supplement per se, but I've been taking some collagen. I've been using this one, Arctic Blue. I've read that doing like the fish collagen rather than just like any thing that promotes itself as collagen. Fish collagen is supposedly better absorbed in the system and like stays in your system to actually do something. Other ones I think it's like killed off inside and like doesn't give you as many benefits, so I've been using this. It's strawberry flavor. It's not great on its own. It's not the worst thing I've tasted, but it's not super yummy. So I actually put in some electrolytes, which I need anyway, but this just enhances the flavor. So right now I'm using Water Drop. This is like one of my favorite water enhancers right now. I think this is peach and ginger, but I throw one of these in here as well. When I'm drinking these on their own, I put 2 in like a large water bottle, so it's got more flavor, but 1 is just enough. And these just have some extra like electrolytes and vitamins and minerals, so just kind of an added benefit. And lastly, I do creatine. This is one of the more researched backed supplements that actually help with like muscle growth and stuff. So I do 5 grams of this every day. It's also recommended by my coach. So I do 1 scoop in there as well. And then I top that all with some water and some ice cubes to make it extra cold because I like cold water. Okay, 2 other things really. My Nike Metcons, I've already talked about these. These are my favorite gym shoes that I found for both like cross training and for weightlifting. It gives you a more stable, flattened surface, which is great for leg day, and they're just really comfortable. And then lastly, I've been using these for a long time. They're looking a little bit haggard, but these are wrist straps. I get really, really sweaty hands when I'm working out, so these are really important for me doing any sort of RDL or hinge movements, because otherwise, like, I can lift pretty heavy, but without the wrist straps, I can't lift as heavy as my muscles can, and they just end up slipping, and it's a whole nightmare. So these have been essential for any hinge movements I do. You can use them on like lat pull downs and stuff, but I don't think I'm that progressed at my back muscles to need these at this point. So yeah, we have a leg day today. I will take you along. I'm gonna change this shirt, I think, underneath. I will take you along, so let's go do a leg workout. Hello, everybody, and happy weekend. Nothing exciting going on over here, unfortunately. Murphy's actually visiting his family back in the States for like a little less than a week. So I'm on my own this weekend, which is fine, but it's always like a little bit more lonely on the weekend, you know, more hours by yourself with not so much to do. So I have had a slow day. I took Monty for 2 walks and I watched RuPaul's Drag Race. So I watched that, but I'm actually taking myself out on a movie date by myself. And I'm gonna go see Babygirl. And I've been wanting to see this. And movies come out here a little bit later, usually. So I don't know how long this has been out in the States, but I've heard good things. I've also heard that it's quite spicy. So I'll have to report back on that. But yes, I'm going, that is at 4:30 and it's about 3 right now. So I'm gonna catch the 3:30 bus, I think. And yeah, but that's all that's up for today, really. Yeah, not much going on this weekend, but I'll see you after the movie. Hey guys, I realized I did not film an update from Babygirl, and that's because I ended up FaceTiming with Murphy and his mom, and then also I was talking on the phone with my bestie, so I got a little carried away and I forgot to review for you guys. So it was really good. I thought Nicole Kidman and the actor that plays the intern did a really good job. It's a little like weird, but not as weird as I feel like I saw people talking about. I don't know. But I wouldn't say it's considered an erotic movie, and it was not like nearly as like erotic as 50 Shades of Grey or anything. I thought it was really good, and I would watch it again whenever it comes out on streaming so that Murphy and I can both watch it. But all in all, I thought it was a really good film, and I would recommend it. Maybe don't go see it with your parents. See it with someone you'd be like comfortable watching something sort of erotic, I guess. But those are my thoughts, not too much, but I enjoyed it, and it was a nice little date night out for myself. So that's all I have to share there. On to the favorite. I wanted to wrap up this vlog with just a couple favorite items that I have been loving since we last spoke, and things that I've used enough that I feel like it can form like a good opinion to recommend if anyone's interested. So first I'm gonna just start with like a non-tangible item, and that is a show, and it's Yellowstone. Now we're way behind on this. I know, like I think the last season just came out somewhat recently, but it just came to Netflix here, so it's nice to have kind of everything in one platform. So we've been totally binging that, and it's so good. So if you haven't watched, I definitely recommend. It takes a little bit to get into on the first episode, like maybe halfway where things start to get more interesting, but it's well worth it. Like I said, we've been binging and we're like midway season 2 now, so love it. Next, it's mostly going to be skin and body things because that's what I've been trying the most new stuff of. So I'll start off strong with combined love for me and Murphy, and that is the Lush Sticky Dates body wash. And this is just nice. It's pretty gentle, but it smells divine. It's very like desserty, but not too bad. It's very caramelly, so love that. This is our second bottle. I also have the body scrub, but I don't use that as frequently, obviously, as I use this, so love that. Another one is something I've talked about before, I think in like 2 vlogs ago when I was doing my hair care routine, and it's the K18. So since I spoke about this, I was trying it the first time before, but now I've used this 5 times, and they recommend to use it 4 to 6 times in a row in terms of hair washes, and then you can use it less frequently after there, just as needed. And I will say I have definitely noticed a difference in my hair. I think it looks and feels cleaner for a longer time, even without needing to use dry shampoo. Especially softer, and just overall, I feel like the health of my hair is much better. It is a spendy item, but it's really worked for me, and I think considering you only need to use it as needed after you get through the initial try of it, will probably last like half a year, maybe more. I don't know. So we'll see, but I've really been liking that. So next thing, we've got Nip and Fab. These are glycolic acid glycolic acid cleansing pads. This is the lighter. Oh, here comes a dog. We're watching this little guy. Oh, you're a little wet. This guy, Dries. He's one of our more frequent dogs that we watch. But anyways, so the Nip and Fab glycolic daily cleansing peels have been great. I had been looking for like a more gentle exfoliator to help with like redness and just like some hyperpigmentation, but generally my overall skin texture. And these have been amazing. If you have like stronger skin or have been using some sort of treatment similar, they do have like a stronger one of these, but there's 60 pads in here. You can use them twice a day, I believe. And yeah, but I use them at night. So I use one pad at night, and I do it all over my face, neck, and my chest. And I've really noticed a difference, especially just in the general smoothness of my skin, but I've also noticed that the general redness of my face in like patches has gone down. So I've been loving that, and I will repurchase these when I'm done with them. Another face product. This is also loved by both Murphy and I, and they are the Peter Thomas Roth eye patches. So we got them in a 2-pack at TK Maxx. This one is the hyaluronic, so more hydrating, and this one is detox. And we've used both. They're nice. We leave them on for quite a while, and usually we wear them at night, but obviously you can use them whenever, but it's been nice. And when I do use them at night, I notice like I don't have as many like creased lines under my eyes when I wake up. So I don't know if that's those or these or what, but just doing eye patches is always nice. So finally is a perfume. And this is the YSL Libre. I'm going to spray some on now. This was on my list for perfume once for quite a while. So I actually picked this one up for myself for my birthday. And I just love it. I think it's like a jasmine, but it's on that like deeper tone. Like the other perfumes I wear are similar, like Black Opium I really like. Replica Coffee Break I also really like, so it's in that family, but I've been loving it, and I will probably keep rebuying this one because it just smells so nice. But that is it. Those are just some things that I've been using pretty routinely lately and have been loving and noticing a difference, like with these and the hair mask. But that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and our next video, actually, we will have an exciting announcement for you guys. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you very soon.